Hello students, welcome to the online classes of science. So students, today's topic is continuation of food components. Water we will learn today. We will learn roughages and we'll learn about the balanced diet. Okay, what is balanced diet? So coming to the part of water, we know that water is very essential for our life, but it has no food value, isn't it? A person can live without food but for several weeks, but we cannot live without water. If we do not drink water for even some time, we will feel like we will don't know, will almost end up our life, right? So water provides a liquid in which other substances can dissolve and move into the body or eliminate from the body. What is needed by our body to transport the digested food to the body cells, to transport important chemicals such as hormones around the body, to get rid of the waste products from the body, to control and regulate the temperature of the body, and even it helps to dissolve the food when they passes into the body, right? Water controls and regulate the temperature, yes, isn't it? If there is no water, then how we will be able to survive? Can we imagine? No, na. How it regulates the temperature of our body? By the process of sweating and evaporation. Our body needs 2 to 3 liters of water every day, so we get most of the water that our body needs by drinking water, milk, and tea, coffee, and juice, etc. Many food materials themselves contain some water. The fresh juice, fruit juice, and vegetables, and also provide us the lot of water. For example, tomato is there, melons, there is watermelon or any melon you can take, and you have cabbage and lettuce contains a lot of water. We also added water while cooking many foods, right? While our mother cooks the food, they also add the water. This water also goes into our body only now, isn't it? So next. The waste matter remaining in our body after the food has been digested into the is called as feces, right? Then we discharge feces when we go to the toilet, isn't it? Sometimes the feces become hard and difficult to discharge. Why? Because of the less usage of water, right? This difficulty discharging hardened the feces from the body is called as constipation. Whenever you don't have whenever you have a problem to take out the feces from your body, that is called as constipation. Constipation is nothing but, in Hindi we will call it as kabs, पेट में कब्ज होना. Yes, keeping this in mind, we will now discuss about the roughages. So, what are roughages? Roughages is the fibrous matter in food which can be digested. Roughages is mainly made up of indigestible carbohydrates called as cellulose, okay, which is present in the plant cell wall. We have learned while studying the plant cell, we have learned that there is a cell wall called cellulose, right? So roughages is also called as dietary fiber. Like water, roughages does not provide any nutrient. Like water does not have any nutrient, this also does not have any nutrient, right? But still it is very helpful to our body, okay. Roughages provide bulk of food, keeps the food and waste matter, that is feces, moving along the intestine and helps to prevent the constipation, so that easily whatever the waste matter is present in our stomach will come out of our stomach. So this will help in the easy movement of the waste matter, waste product, whichever is present in our body, to let it come out. So next part is we are going to learn about the balanced diet. So what is balanced diet? So balanced diet is nothing but the diet which contains the adequate amount of fats, vitamins, minerals, and the carbohydrates in a proper content. Okay, proper proportion. That means the diet whatever we are taking should be in a proper proportion. Equal amount of the carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals should be present, and that is, and also water and roughages. That is called as balanced diet. But it is not safe for all ages, right? Each and every age is having different amount of, like, depending upon our age we have, depending upon our age we have different, like, see, we are having, if we are having newborn baby requires only little amount of food, right? That is milk, and it will take from him, take the baby will take it from its mother, right? And like that only, if you are 6 months, we will get little amount of, like we'll have some very, we will increase the quantity in little amount, right? If the same way is with 12 years, then whatever amount of food is required by that baby, we will give that much amount only, right? Yes. And the same case will go with 25 years, 50 years, 60 years, depending on the age we will give the food. Not like whatever 60 years person is eating the food, we will give the same thing to the 6 months baby. No, na. Yes. So with this, see, like that only, if any nutrient is lacking in our food, then it will lead to the deficiency diseases. Lack of proper diet will lead to the deficiency diseases. We will learn some of the deficiency diseases. What are those? Nutrient deficiency of protein will give you Kwashiorkor disease. Proteins and carbohydrates deficiency will give you marasmus. Okay, the people suffering with nutrient deficiency of vitamin A will suffer from night blindness. Vitamin B1 deficiency will give beriberi diseases. And if the person is having vitamin C deficiency, they will suffer from scurvy. Vitamin D and calcium, they will suffer from rickets. And if they are having iron deficiency, they will suffer from anemia. So I hope till here you all have understood the topic very clearly. So give it a like and subscribe the channel, so that you will show me that yes, I have understood the topic, and even I will feel very happy that my students are understanding whatever I am explaining. So please click like button so that I can understand. Okay, till then, let me come with the next topic. Till then, take care. Till I come with the next topic, take care. Bye.